There once was an outlier, a worthy individual, who from the very first time he touched a basketball, sought to excel in perseverance, dedication, and prosperity. He once was a beginner in his entity. Perhaps no man had possessed the difficulties he endured, with losses against various opponents being ensured, and numerous years of subpar play, with hanging jokes and bullying remaining to stay. The process at first seemed hard to venture upon, with skills and tricks not much better than the man mowing your lawn.
Hours, and hours upon end, yet nothing seemed to prove worthy to pay this time that he would spend. However, after a few months with some practice in hand, the skills of this man became able to stand. The cracks, bruises, and scars that had once plagued the man became to smooth out like sunlight rays leading to a tan. And soon enough, before his time was dealt, the outlier received another shot for that championship belt. Slowly but surely, the solidity of his skills came into fruition, and now was the time to procure the title of worthy condition.
Okay. Hey, man. I'm sucker free, sucker duck, and tell all them suckers get the fuck out of my way, man. You understand?
GCZ.
Told you motherfuckers once, prison ain't changed me. All it did was made a crazy, deranged, see? Psycho, nutso, what?
Hello, Todd, Kevin, and Paul. Thank you for coming out to this lesson today. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, I will not be able to make it in person, and this lesson will be have to conduct it over video call. Hey, get up, you guys. I didn't waste all my time for you guys to be sleeping on this lesson. Alright, now that you're ready, let me begin. I was once a man of little caliber, an individual merely deprived of only transgression. For years upon years, I watched the greatest basketball players of them all. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Ronnie Turioff, and even Brian Scalabrine, hoping and wishing for a chance to replicate these greats. However, my dreams always seemed to be crushed. There was once a boy who lived next door, a gang member full of violence and mischief, who could beat me very easily at basketball, as he was the next great talent in American sports. For nearly 2 years I suffered, I walked, I cried, I fell, I hobbled. I could not beat this boy. No matter how hard I played defense, no matter how hard I tried to score, no matter how hard I tried to win, I failed. For a long time, you sit there and ask yourself, is this meant for me? Do I possess the talent to be a great basketball player? Do I compose of the qualities necessary for obvious success? Could I actually do what I set out to do? Luckily, I ran into Rocky Balboa. In the 6th movie of this franchise, Rocky uttered a phrase that daunted me. Get back up. Don't let the evils get to you. Just get back up. For a while, I wondered, is he talking to me? I had just come around to quitting the sport I loved, for it posed no good for me, and gave easily bullying techniques for the kid next door. I stalled, I wished, I hoped, and I questioned myself once more. I was born for this. Soon enough, my time was back on the courts. I was out there handling the ball, shooting the ball, and laying it in, and scoring more and more each and every time. I kept going, and I knew that nothing could stop me. Every time I drove, every time I wanted to quit, every time I had a bad day, I remembered that bully next door. Soon enough, I gained the confidence necessary for a rematch. He was arrogant, daunting a crooked smile, but I was the one who smelled fresh blood. I won the tip and dribbled back to calm myself. I knew what was going to happen. I drove, and suddenly a wave of fear came over the bully's eyes. I knocked off his hat. That sacred hat that drove the boy in his activities was now gone, and I remained champion. So let it be known, my young children, never give up on your dreams. You'll want to be beaten to the ground and not want to hear a sound, and wish suddenly just from your comfort. But, like Rocky told me, nothing in this life is going to be easy. You got to keep moving forward.
Arco.